Kingston Rovers. The Giants started as they mean to go on. It was 20 points to 2 at half time. It finished 42 points to 8. 5,289 were at this. Dolan, what's his first name? Greg, is it? Greg Dolan, yes, was the referee on this game. And then in terms of the stats, we'll start with Huddersfield making 365 more metres than the Robins. They had 4 more breaks. They also had more offloads and more tackle busts, a better average gain, a better team tackle success rate, and made fewer errors. Other than discipline, where it was an 11-6 penalty count against the Giants, they were all over the Robins on the stats. Hull KR fell under 1,000 metres, which we usually know spells not many scores and never a good sign. Yeah. Individually, Jerry McGilvery with 2 tries, 1 try assist, 3 clean breaks, 9 tackle busts, 196 metres in all action performance. Darnell, what the fuck have you done to your hair, McIntosh?
You've stolen the only thing I've got to say about this game.
Well, we can talk about it. Yeah, I've already written down a few more references to go through when I go through my star players and highlight moments. If I'm honest, Darnell McIntosh, 1 try, 141 metres. Cruz Leeming with a try assist, 123 metres, and Lee Gaskell, who by all accounts pulled the strings with some aplomb in this game. 1 try assist, 2 clean breaks, 6 tackle busts, 108 running metres. Some performers still for the Robins, despite the outcome there. Junior Vaivai, 2 clean breaks and 154 metres. Because if he's made 154 metres, the rest of the team can't have done much. But Ryan Shaw had 142, so there you go. Danny Addy, 46 tackles, 16 of which were marker tackles, so hard work from him. Jimmy Kindos, 5 tackle busts and 103 metres. We'll start with Mark W. What did our man on the inside at the Giants have to say?
He said, maybe not surprising from the scoreline, but comfortably our best performance in a very long time. Top effort 1-17. Gaskell ran the show and Cruz made it look good. Uarte had his best game by far. Really entertaining stuff.
Carsten said, fuck. Poor Tom Andrews will have a hard week.
And funny as you should say, that must be psychic. Tom says, got what I expected with Joe Wardle, Adam Quinlan, Will Dagger, Ben Crooks, Danny Maguire, Nick Scruton, Ryan Lannon, Lee Jewett, Rob Mulhern, Mitch Garbutt, James Greenwood, Kane Linnett, all out. Can't even be mad at it, really. At least it gets easier next week. Oh, shit.
Right. I want to pull Tom Andrews up on something here. Why include Joe Wardle in that list? That's a relevant name to your first team. And then on top of that, you've got 2 fullbacks, so you're playing both of them. I'm it's just Joe Wardle, really, that I want to pull out. The rest of them, fair shout. There's a lot of injuries going on there at the Robins. And if this was one of those games where you could where I would change my prediction, before the game kicked off, I probably would have, even with Huddersfield only naming 18 men, I probably would have edged it at kick-off time. I would have extended the winning margin that I'd tipped for Huddersfield on this game on my Super Bro for sure. Paige, twisting the knife on Tom, said, missing Tim Sheens' wand. Please return to Caravan Park immediately. In other news, the Rovers shoppers have discounted Wizard hats by 42%. Now only £8.
Very good. Joe Smith says, hugely surprised at this margin of victory. Was expecting a tight game, to be honest. Impressed with Cruz Leeming. He seems to be having a good year. Good to see Sean Lunt back involved. Yeah, yes. I think we'd all echo that.
Definitely, Alan. And Julie Andrews finally sang the final review, which said, Tom said me taking the KR defensive coach role sounded like a good idea, but that game's an indication that I'm not so sure. Perhaps replacing the defensive call your man with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious has confused some of the lads. Nothing a spoonful of sugar and a good sing-along won't solve.
Very good.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah, very good is what I would also describe, as well as that parody one that we have thrown in there, what I would describe the Huddersfield performance as. Cruz Leeming is coming out with a lot of credit. In this game, it kind of looked like he was almost the guy finishing off the hard work of some of the others. Lee Gaskell got 3 points in the Man of Steel reckoning, and I know that Mark was really impressed by Lee Gaskell from the stands watching this game as well. And I think whenever they can get a situation where they've got a lot of running space in the middle of the field, Huddersfield will score some points because they've got a really good running game in that half-back combination of Gaskell and Frawley. And obviously this game with, well, not really much of a forward pack to talk about from the Rovers' perspective, and that bench. I mean, Harry Bardell, he didn't have a squad number before the season started. Adam Rooks is a young lad. They had Elliot Wallace on there. If I'm right, he's an outside back. He wasn't used anyway. And Sean Lunt, obviously coming back from serious illness, and great to see him back though. Like Joe said, whereas there was a lot of size in the Giants side, starting with English and Matungi, with Ikehefo and Ty to come off the bench. In fact, 4 forwards on the bench with Roberts and Hewitt as well. So you know, physically you would have expected them to dominate, and clearly they did. Hull KR couldn't make the ground that the Giants could. The highlight moments from looking at the footage of this game, I think it was a bit of a Jerry highlight reel, to be honest, watching the tries.
It looked like it.
A great one out of the air. But the best try was probably Leeming's first, though, and that was through great work by McGilvery out wide, coming back inside and finding the support in Leeming. But the really nice play by the side as well to basically get the Hull KR defence so scattered that Jerry got about 4 of his million tackle busts on that one run. The low light, got to have some low lights. It's got to be Darnell's yellow helmet. What? Can we just assume that he's had a forfeit in training or something? Because
he's had a shitter in training and he's had to do his hair or something. Must have done.
What I don't get is, it looks like it's plastic. Like, it didn't look like hair. It looked like he's got a yellow plastic cap.
It's got Lego hair. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Lego hair, yellow Lego hair, or I don't know, a swimming cap. Or I was watching the highlights of this game on Friday night after the back end of the Castle Saints game, and I found it physically repulsive. That honestly, it was hard to look at. There's something disturbing about it. I mean,
maybe it's the combination with the claret and amber. Maybe it just didn't work. Maybe it just clashes.
I mean, maybe it just clashes with everything. It was atrocious, Alan. It was the worst thing I've seen. It was the worst thing I saw all weekend. It was so bad. I mean,
it was. It was.
Well, I hope they're not on telly next week, because I can't stand looking at that for fucking 2 hours.
You never know. It might have been a one week forfeit. It might be a washout job. You don't know.
I don't know if that'll wash out, because it was like a yellow I've never seen in someone's hair before. I don't know. We need to move on.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'd say, obviously, I wasn't there. I've only seen the highlights. But the one thing that kind of was of note for me was that actually all the tries seemed slightly different. And that says to me that KR were nowhere in terms of, there was tries from kicks, there was of breaks, and Cass weren't the only team not at the races on Friday night.
No, certainly, and there was some tries that looked soft, some that just looked nasty, and then some, like we've talked about, a couple of highlight ones from Jerry and Leeming as well in there for good measure. But God, that fucking hair. Right, Saturday's game. Down in France.
Moving on swiftly. Yeah. So in the south of France. So this was Catalan 26, Leeds 22. It was 16 apiece at half time. 8,220 souls were there to watch it, and Robert Hicks was the man with the whistle. Perhaps surprisingly, some huge stat wins for Leeds in this one, but errors and discipline let them down. 12-7 error count and 10-9 penalty count, as well as a crucial sin binning. Fully deserved, by the way.
Well, Andy's got a too-much ban, hasn't he, for...
Yes,
I'm assuming for that incident, so there you go, yeah.
Yes, that and being a general grub. If it wasn't for that, 1.6 meters per carry, better average gain, as well as more breaks, busts and offloads, plus a 5.3% better team tackle success, were all positive signs for Leeds despite defeat. Yeah, well, if you just believe in stats, then you wouldn't think they'd come out the wrong end. But there you go.
Second time in the last few weeks that's happened to Leeds. So
not good.
Weird. Whatever's broken there, there's still things they can build on. I don't know.
Yeah, quite. For the winning Catalan, Julien Busquet, 135 metres. Michael Gudimond, who I thought was pretty good, 118 metres. Samasoni Langi, 105 metres. And Fuad Yaha with a day to end all days, 4 tries and 2 clean breaks. For the losers, Ash Hanley weighed in with 3 tries of his own, 3 clean breaks and 159 metres. Jack Walker with 1 try assist, 7 tackle busts and 158 metres. Conrad Harrell, 1 try, 1 try assist, 9 tackle busts, 2 clean breaks, 120 metres and a huge paddy. And Nathaniel Petterou, 101 metres.
So we start with Mark Sunter. Thanks for getting in touch, Mark. He says, a poor game from 2 poor teams. Lots of action and points, but no real quality. As a Rhinos fan, I have to say that half this team isn't fit to wear the shirt. I expected this type of performance after the 2015 season and the 2017 win masked over problems at the club. Really poor recruiting over the past 4 years and too many junior players coming through, not up to the required standard. Wow. He's not seeing the positives then, Mark. That's serious. No, that's a well-rounded dismissal of his own team there.
Yes, it's always difficult to say though, isn't it? Yeah. Malcolm Matios says, Yaha Macha, Gigo Domina, Tompkins, I've no idea, it's got an X in it.
I'm sure we'll get told by Malcolm's alternate ego.
But get in touch, give us a pronunciation guide. And Forrest Tevez, there you go.
Mitchell Dart said, if Fuad Yaha had stayed in Union, we would have won. I'm keeping positive.
You could have put anybody on that wing that'd have fallen over the line. Joe Smith says, a very good game to watch. Good start from Leeds. Hanley will score plenty of tries this year outside Harrell. Sam Cassiano is a hell of a unit and made a big impact. Leeds ultimately can't control the game like they once could. That's a really good point, that, by the way. And it's the small margins which they seem to be on the wrong side of. This was a damn sight better than Wakey, Hull FC and London, but still work to do.
Paul Chamberlain said, even if the Chinese consider Rhino Horn a performance enhancer, Leeds clearly need something stronger after another impotent showing. Still, it's great watching the whiny Aussie cook for Merit and suffer. Congrats to Cats and Fathead Yaha, but like Snow Patrol, the odd hit and performance doesn't mean you aren't just shit. Finally, good to see Ferris getting his marching orders and going down for going down inappropriately.
Indeed. Nice one, Paul. Genghis Campbell says, really enjoyable game, awesome atmosphere. Leeds got 2 against the run of play and got to a 16-6 lead by about 20 minutes. Fully expected Dragons to choke, but some huge Simone came on and frightened people, so got it to half-time at 16 apiece. Hanley put Leeds back ahead, but Yaha decided to end up with 4 tries to win the game. Pretty sure there was a cheeky SLP catchphrase used by Barry Mack as well. There certainly was.
Yeah, Josh at M9UHL says, I'm going to start a petition to get games changed to 60 minutes long. Maybe then we would stand a chance of holding on to a lead. Now you'll just start choking at 40 minutes. When we go down, there is a chance that Hurrell will get drafted into an NFL team as the biggest quarterback. I want to believe that things are going to get better, but I don't see it.
There's some very negative Rhinos.
Well, we've got one more. No?
Yes, we have. 2 more. Rich Wilkinson says, much better from Leeds. Oh, there you go. There's a bit of positivity. Attack looks good and the players are putting in plenty of effort. However, this was a massively understrength Dragon side. Leeds' discipline was shocking and the goal line D is a joke. We cannot defend our own line, and if we don't fix the defence, the discipline and the non-existent kicking game, we're going down. A bit negative at the end.
And then Tim G Radio, if Sutcliffe and Myler are the answer, what is the question? # Leeds Slump 2019. I think the question is, which 2 halfbacks are not great under pressure?
Yes. Well, this is an interesting one, isn't it? Because Ferner made a big call in leaving Lola here at home, didn't he?
One that probably needed to be made. Someone had to start being made culpable for lack of consistency in performance. But yeah, but
I mean, I've seen him in the flesh once, and they look pretty good that day. So that's probably not a good